and totally killed responsibility and initiative. Everyone is innovating for profit. No one is innovating for impact. So even you go to school, but you're not interested in anything because you know it's all just for profit. So any African that has been raised in a family, and the problem is that there's a cultural clash because the African culture is about impact. So you go to school, they teach you profit, and you at home they teach you impact, and all that clashes, and you just disorganize at the end of the day. You know, Africa's worst enemy is capitalism. That there's no doubt about that. You know, and then they come out with, oh, Africa is suffering because of population reduction does not help, in food production. Food production is what will help Africa, not population reduction. Africa is big enough to accommodate twice the number of Africans currently in Africa. So to think that by cutting the population of Africa you're going to help to reduce poverty is nonsense, is madness. You need to give back what you owe Africa. You know, it's the fake scarcity that you've caused through colonialism and capitalism that is creating all this poverty in Africa. If every African went back to their land and farmed, we would have no poverty. And we had no poverty in Africa. That's why everyone was a king. You know? We all know capitalism is about greed for material things, not welfare. That's why you fail to take care of healthcare, you fail to take care of education, you fail to take care of pensions. All this has been ignored in the capitalistic setting. They just pretend to care. That's why you see capitalism can never escape from, communist principles being used to regulate capitalism, because it can only be compared to communism. You can't you're comparing two evils, hoping to find a cure. It's just selfishness. People fear subsistence because they are now addicted to materialism. Well, people have sold their souls to the devil. Once you've tasted the easy life, you don't want to go back to the hard life. And worst of all, the media is used to make them hate the subsistent life. They can't imagine life without material things anymore, because subsistence begins with basics first. But they don't know that in making sure we have the basics, then we can go together further into now materialism, knowing that we have established the basics. And established the basics, but retained our freedoms. Because yes, it's true, capitalism gives you the basics. Because once, like the 2% I was telling you about the US economy in agriculture, yes, 2% takes care of the entire US, to a certain degree at least. Let's say if they made it 4% and invested more into it, about 4% of agriculture, mechanized, and this automation can take care of the American population. Okay, but then are you in charge of your food there? What happens if one day an enemy bombs all those farms? The whole America will starve. But with subsistence, every single family is producing. So even if you bomb one place, there are a billion others that are producing. Tell me, which one is a better economic system when you think about those scenarios?